extends Solmazzi, which argues that human worth is the only morally consistent imperative, since every single person has the value of dignity just by simply being human. As my opponent completely drops this, he's also making a concession that we need to look.
Okay, your word economy is not good right now. What you're saying when you say, since my opponent completely drops this, that's like all these words, and what you need to say is, my opponent doesn't respond to this. Since my opponent completely drops, not great. Make sure Solmazzi, the word Solmazzi is very clear too. Start again.
All right. Okay, I don't know. Okay. All right, let's start. First, extends Solmazzi, which argues that
you don't need to say first. Do it again.
Okay. Extends Solmazzi, which argues that human worth is the only morally consistent imperative, since every single person has the value of dignity just by simply being human. My opponent does not respond to Solmazzi, so he's making a concession that we need to look at this meta-ethic in order to achieve morality in this debate. So this is the first main reason why you need to vote on affirmative this round, because of the fact that voting affirmative, AC is the only way to achieve.
No, that's not a complete voting story.
Is it not?
No. Solmazzi by itself doesn't get you to the AC. You need to have the whole chain of logic, right?
I was going to talk more about that, but should I bring it up later?
Yes. What needs to happen is you need to extend the components of the voting story and then link it together. Okay?
Great. Okay.
These are called held rules for a reason.
Oh my
okay.
gosh.
All right, go ahead.
Okay. Extends Solmazzi, which argues that human worth is the only morally consistent imperative, since every single person has the value of dignity just by simply being human. My opponent does not respond to Solmazzi, so he's making a concession that we need to look at this meta-ethic in order to achieve morality. And in order to achieve the value of human worth, we need to. Okay. Can I start over?
Yep.
All right. So I have one question. So I was gonna, from that sentence, like saying that he's making a concession that we need to look at this meta-ethic to achieve morality, and I was gonna say, so extend development, which argues that participation in any form of community is essential to achieve the value of human worth. And is that kind of coherent?
What I would do is, instead of saying that he concedes that argument, what I would do is I would say extend Solmazzi, which tells you this, then extend Velleman, then create the story off of that, right? He doesn't respond to either of these contentions, which means he's conceding to the meta-ethic that we need to look to human worth, right? So whoever is maximizing human worth and through participation is going to win the round.
And that's my first voting.
That's not your first voting issue until you extend something out of the contention level. Then it's a voting issue.
Alright.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Yeah. So you're setting up the standard by which the judge is evaluating the round. Whoever is meeting Velleman best, whoever is respecting human worth through equal participation, is going to win the round. Then extend your contention level argumentation. Okay? Try again.
Okay. This sucks. Okay. Extends Solmazzi, which argues that human worth is the only morally consistent imperative, since every single person has the value of dignity just by simply being human. And extend Velleman, which argues that participation in any community is essential to achieve the value of human worth and autonomy, since each individual being can only be an autonomous person when they share ideas with each other. Let me start over. I'm sorry.
Yeah, but that's you're doing exactly what you need to be doing. You just need to be delineating those thoughts more quickly.
Okay? Deja vu, sorry. Okay, I think I'm fine now.
Proceed.
Okay. Extends Solmazzi, which argues that human worth is the only morally consistent imperative, since every single person has the value of dignity just by simply being human. And extend Velleman, which argues that participation in any form of community is essential for human worth and autonomy, since each person can only be truly true autonomous beings when they share rational ideas with each other in a self-government or in the same community. And okay, where should I go?
Okay, this means. Okay, at this point you need to establish that this means that whoever is meeting the Velleman analysis, that meta-ethic best, wins the round. Okay? So whoever meets the meta-ethic of human dignity better wins the round. That's all you need to say.
And do I move on to contention?
Then you move to the contention level argument and extend one thing, and that's it. That's all you need.
Should I extend the? I was gonna extend the high turnout is key to, that compulsory voting is maximizing democratic participation, which is what should.
Exactly.
Okay.
Yep, that's exactly what you need to extend.
Great. Okay.
So start. I don't need to hear you do Samazi again. Do Velleman again, and then do the this means, and then do the contention level. You had a question.
I have one question that let's see. So he makes one argument that coercion is bad against my framework. So when do
You're going to respond to that against the NC, right?
Oh yeah. Sorry about that.
Any arguments that rely on the negative, or rely on your opponent's case, spend time on those on your opponent's case and not on your flow. If you have to repeat yourself ever, you're wasting time. Yeah.
Because yesterday I
especially in the 1AR.
Yeah. Okay.
So start on Velleman.
Okay. Extend Velleman, which argues that participation in any form of community is essential for human worth and autonomy, since only when individual beings exchange rational ideas with each other in the same community, they find themselves true autonomous beings. This means that whoever meets the Velleman analysis in a better way is achieving this meta ethic in this debate. So, let's move on.
You're not getting.
Is it okay if I practice outside?
I'd rather you watch.
Okay.
Yeah. This is practice doing it.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. So the argument that I want that you're not quite getting to is morality, right?
Mm-hmm.
You need to say whoever is meeting this meta ethic is meeting morality and therefore winning the round.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll say that one more time.
Yeah. Okay. So just you don't need to do Velleman again, but do that.
Right. This means that whoever meets this meta ethic is meeting morality the best way, which means that person is winning the round. That word economy sucked.
That's fine.
Okay, and let's move on to connection level. So, compulsory voting is the most efficient, because compulsory voting is the most efficient way to maximize democratic participation. Compulsory voting. Wait a second. Is it okay if I kind of reiterate my thesis and then extend, or should I extend Schaefer, which argues that blah 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 blah, and compulsory voting maximizes democratic participation? So this actually meets the meta ethic that I'm talking about.
That's what I would do. The latter. Don't necessarily reiterate your thesis, but just be like, so then extend the Schaefer analysis, which is giving you the link to the meta ethic by saying that it's maximizing turnout. Therefore, compulsory voting is going to be maximizing turnout and therefore increasing political participation. Therefore, meeting the meta ethic of human dignity. Therefore, morality is automatically being achieved on the AC. Sign the ballot now.
Oh, you're so good. Okay.
I've been doing this for a long time, guys.
You're so good. Okay.
Go ahead.
All right. Extend Schaefer forward, which argues that compulsory voting enhances turnout. Okay.
One thing that I would recommend, and I'm not trying to give you too many things to think about. Don't be afraid to take a little bit of a pause. Okay. So what I would do is after you say whoever's meeting the meta ethic in the round and meeting morality is winning the round, then say, okay, go to Schaefer 4. Take a couple seconds and then say extend Schaefer 4, so that way the judge can go.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So then the judge. Okay. Yeah. Then the judge isn't like Schaefer 4. I don't know where is, right? Okay.
I don't know where it is.
Okay. Yeah. So just do the extension of Schaefer 4. I don't need to hear you do a pause, but like I don't need to hear you do a pause. But I think that's a good strategy to say, okay, go to Schaefer 4. Extend Schaefer 4. So that gives the judge a second to go, whew, Schaefer 4, that's enough. Okay. Yeah. You're feeding the judge your voting issues, right?
Okay.
Good.
Right.
Schaefer 4.
Let's go to Schaefer 4. Extend Schaefer 4, which argues that
word economy is something you have to practice on the micro and the macro level. Let's go to Schaefer 4 has one too many words in it. Go to Schaefer 4. Go to Schaefer 4.
Go to Schaefer 4.
Or now Schaefer 4. Just
go to Schaefer 4.
It's like it's got to just be like now, and the judge is like, uh-huh. Yeah.
Okay.
I don't mean to be picky, but
no, you're fine.
Okay,
you're
go
fine.
ahead.
This is good for me.
Go ahead.
All right. Go to Schaefer 4. Extend Schaefer 4, which argues that compulsory voting is the most efficient way to increase the turn.
Don't beat yourself up. Just clear your head and do it again.
Do we say increased turnout?